Hello guys, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are making corned beef stew. Yes, the most nicest and the most delicious corned beef stew ever. This corned beef stew can be paired with rice, with some banku, any side dish of your choice. You can even eat it with yam. That's how good it is. So let's get started. So you need your spices. Of course, you can use any spices of your choice. And you're using fresh tomato paste, and of course our star ingredients, corned beef. You can use any corned beef of your choice actually. And we're using tomato paste too, some curry, some nutmeg, and some salt to taste, and of course your vegetables. So we've already blended our vegetables, so let's go ahead and start with the stew. In a pot, you add your onions for garnishing. Then you add your vegetable oil. So we just like to elevate our stew sometimes. So we added a bit of the sardine, but hey, you can choose not to add the sardine too. It's all a matter of preference. So it's just that the sardine gives it a nicer taste. Yes, that's why we just added it. So you go ahead and add your pepper mixture. That is your green bell pepper, your red peppers, your onion, your garlic, and your ginger. Yes. And of course, we added our ginger bombs. If you remember, we made ginger bombs in our previous videos. You can check that out and see how useful it is. It melts perfectly into your stews and your soups, saving you a lot of time. So once the pepper mixture begins to boil, you go ahead and add in your spices. So we're using Onga stew, nutmeg, curry. We added a bit of ginger, garlic powder. Then we added cube stock. And of course some salt to taste. You make sure that you mix it very well and taste it if the salt in it is good to your preference. If not, you can always adjust the salt and the spices as you go on. So with the corned beef stew, it doesn't have to be watery. It doesn't have to be running. It's supposed to be very thick. So, well, that's how I like mine, very thick. So you make sure that all the water drained from the stew. Make sure that it becomes very thick. Yes, even all the water has to drain from the pepper mixture. Yes, to make it that thick. So then you go ahead and add your tomato paste. You make sure that you stir. One thing about tomato sauce is you have to constantly stir it so that it doesn't get burnt, because you're not adding a lot of water, so it easily get burnt. So you have to constantly stir all the time. And you make sure that you cook it on medium to low heat so that it doesn't get burnt. Whilst doing this, you continue to stir. Or you can use just the tomato paste for this recipe. It's equally good, but I always prefer to add a bit of the fresh tomatoes. So here I'm adding my fresh tomatoes to my tomato paste. Yes, Then again, you continue to stir it very well. So with this recipe, I'm not adding water because, as I said, I want it very thick. So you make sure that the fresh tomato dissolves in the stew. You can actually blend your fresh tomatoes too. As I said, it's all a matter of preference. But if you make it this way too, hey, it's equally good. So once you see that the oil is starting to form on top of the stew, you know that it's about getting ready. But you continue to stir it as well. So if you are new here, please kindly subscribe. Hit on the notification button to be notified anytime we post new recipes. So at this point, you let it simmer for some time. See how thick the stew is looking. Yeah, that's how we want it. I want it actually. And I always like to hit my spoon on my dish. I don't know why. So hey, then you go in with your main ingredient, your star ingredient, your corned beef. You can use as much as you want because hey, it is your stew and you know how you want it. So hey, just make sure that you give it a reasonable amount. Yes. So at this point, your stew is ready. So you go ahead and add a bit of green bell peppers and onions just to elevate your stew a little. It actually gives it a nice smell and it tastes very nice with that. So once your oil starts to form on top of the stew, you know that, hey, you've done a good job. You have to start clapping for yourself. You know that your stew is ready and you should be enjoying it anytime soon. It is so easy and so simple. You just have to follow the video and you can also make yourself a very nice corned beef stew. It takes about just 30 to 35 minutes to make, so you should give it a try and you will love this recipe. So thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for watching. Till next time. Bye.